Hi, I'm Deshaun Scarborough, Executive Director of the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. I come here today with a great surprise for you. We now have the contents of the program from the Harrison, Arkansas event, our Nonviolence Youth Summit Part 6, entitled A New Beginning. This was the first ever Black History program in the city of Harrison, Arkansas, and I am so happy to have participated and become the sponsor of that program. This event was monumental. It brought students from all over the state of Arkansas, from Jonesboro, from Pine Bluff, Little Rock, all over, North Little Rock. And guys, we met at one location to experience the same thing, to bring everyone together, all races from all creeds, for all origins. And we did just that. And we're going to share that with you right here today.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. I have a dream today.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
Let me see that. 7% by.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Family, friends, anyone. Remember, think before you post.
I've never been to one of these before, so hopefully it goes really, really good. It looks like a lot of people are here, so I hope it goes well and that we learn something. Everybody takes something out of it.
I'm just glad they're all here. I think the kids are where it's at today. We've got to get the youth to change their attitude and realize that, you know, everybody's different. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, the kind of clothes you wear. Everybody's different, and everybody needs to learn how to get along.
'Twas grace that saved a wretch like me. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we've already come. It was grace that has kept me. All of us.
Oh yes, grace has brought us a mighty long way. You know, that's why we need to learn how to be patient and caring and loving to one another. And if you don't understand me, just sit down and get to know me. You'll find out that we can make it together if we try.
My name is Charles Jones. I'm the principal of our Jenna Academy. It's the North Rock School District. I'm here because the King Commission is putting on a great program here in the city of Harrison. You know, bringing the youth here, you know, and coordinating things with the city of Harrison and the youth and the people here. Just bringing an activity here just to show that we're all one, we're all united, and that everything's possible if we just work together.
Yes, we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome. Black and white together, Jews and Gentiles, we shall overcome. Someday we'll have tears in our eyes, but we shall overcome. Someday we will be running and jumping and playing because we have overcome. I do believe deep down in the bottom of my heart, we shall overcome someday.
We'd like to thank you for coming, and we are pleased to announce that this day, history has been made here in Harrison, Arkansas. Through the vision of our executive director, Mr. Deshaun Scarborough, and in partnership with the city of Harrison, Arkansas, today's Nonviolence Youth Summit marks the first program dedicated to building positive race relations within the city of Harrison. As Dr. King eloquently spoke before thousands of people on April 3rd, 1968, at the height of the civil rights movement, the threats of Jim Crow, the shadows of the Montgomery bus boycott, and 11 years after 9 black students integrated Little Rock Central High School, he dreamed of a world, a country, a nation, a city, a community, where each person would be judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character.
Division of Youth Services mission is to, well, actually, when a young person commits a crime or gets in trouble, goes to court, the court places them in our care. And we have facilities all across the state where we work with those young people to get their lives back on track. Our role in this, and the reason we think that it is a good investment of our resources, is when we got there, we were just basically taking care of kids when they got to us. And then we sort of had a paradigm shift to now try to be more proactive to our members in law enforcement who are here, try to invest more money in the community, invest money in programs like this, and programs like what you saw these young people doing in Taekwondo, and on and on and on. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Clubs, and try to help kids to not make those bad choices so that they never have to come to DYS. And we're proud to say that we have had a reduction in young people who are incarcerated. We have fewer kids, fewer young people in our juvenile detention facilities. We've reduced the number of beds in our largest facilities. We're investing more money into the community. We're doing it because of the children, those of you in this room, are our future, and others just like you all around the state.
Anytime I go places, I like to leave you guys with something. So are you ready? Are you ready? All of the schools in the house, are you ready? For Sonic, I have some for Walmart, I have some for Burger King. The first question is, who can name or give me the name of Dr. King's wife? Right here, this young man. He said, Coretta Scott King. Is that right? Give it up for this young man. All right. Next question.
Good morning. My name is Mark Martin. I work for Entergy Corporation here in Harrison, Arkansas. I'm a customer service manager. Entergy is glad to be a corporate sponsor of this event that we're working on today, and we welcome all the people to Harrison, Arkansas. This is a great event for all the students, and we are looking forward to a great day here today.
My name is Wayne Covey. I'm the Director of Operations for Olive Garden Restaurants in Arkansas, and we've been very proud to partner with the King Commission and for the last 3 years. This is our first time doing one of the youth summits, but we've done Day of Service for the last 3 years. We feel like the King Commission is an excellent organization to be partnered with, and we're just very proud to be a part of this today here in Harrison.
Good cholesterol versus bad, Woody Page.
It all rides on the lipoproteins. The higher the HDL, the lower the risk of heart disease.
I mean, this is a guy who shed 30 pounds in 2 months. He tackled his sleep apnea, too.
High blood pressure's weak. 150/95? Bench the salt.
The pass down low? Now that's a clean colon.
If only you followed your health the way you follow sports. For a complete list of the tests you need and when you need them, go to ahrq.gov/realman.
These things we count on every day started as ideas. Ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support minority education today so we don't miss out on the next big idea tomorrow. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
I'm Gwen Gresham. I'm the Vice President of Learning at North Arkansas College, and I'm here to welcome all of our guests from around the state. We are so pleased to have these students and their sponsors and our honored speaking guest here on North Ark's campus. This is a real opportunity for us. It's an opportunity for our Student Government Association, which is helping to organize the event and get students signed in, and we are just delighted to have this group here in Harrison on North Arkansas College's campus.
Surely anyone that would be in like a teen Christian chat room would be an okay place to be. You know, and kids nowadays are saying, but I'm not doing chat rooms. I'm on, I'm on Facebook or I'm on my social networking page. Well, guys, that really is. Anytime you are out there communicating with others, especially communicating with people out there that you may not have met, that you do not know, then you could be putting yourself at risk. You could put your family, your friends, your school. So you've got to be very cautious in what you do. You know, this is Casey, the girl that we mentioned, and now we have a new young lady, unfortunately, that lost her life, a 16-year-old from Van Buren. So these are the stories that are going to be told. Y'all think of this. Look at you in the center here, okay? And then let's say you had 400 friends. So each one of those little guys represents 100 people. So now you're thinking, okay, well, I feel comfortable with this 400 people. But do you realize that any of those 400 people could take anything you post, a picture, a comment, anything, and then repost it out to their friends and their friends and their friends. And so therefore, even with friends of friends, everything you post online, everything you put out there, you be absolutely sure it is something that is going to reflect well on you and that you are going to be proud of. Guys, you've got to be careful in what you do because your information is going farther and wider.
I'm going to turn it over to Miss Lane, and she's going to tell you some stuff about Harrison that you probably don't know. Lane?
That's right. That's right. Here's what I want to know. When you heard you were coming to Harrison for this, what were your first thoughts?
What was your first thought?
It's not that exciting since we're kind of, it's just like right beside us, so it's just like, oh, we're going to Harrison.
Right.
And
you said you
my God.
And you said you didn't want to come. What was your first thought?
Honestly, I thought I was going to be hanging by a tree.
What was your thought? Do you have up your hands when you all heard your...
Same thought.
Same thought? Because you know how it feels when somebody judges you, and that's the impression they have of you, and you know it's not right. And we face that all the time. We were talking about, did they judge you because you're tall, short, band, not band? Harrison has gotten tagged with this image of being a racist community. Now I want to talk a little bit about where that came from. Part of it's history, and part of it's what's going on today. The history part started back in the early 1900s. Did y'all have a chance as you were coming in to see the display about Harrison out in the back? It surprises a lot of people. Harrison had an African American community, a vibrant, strong African American community in the 1900s. And the folks lived together. There were black-owned businesses. There were blacks that lived in the white community in the area. They had their own school, had their own church, which were in the same building, but about a block from here. Very much an integrated, involved, working community. But what happened came along the lines of an employment strife. And if you've watched like the Occupy Wall Street stuff that's going on, you know when there's a lot of unemployment and things that happen, that all the tension and frustration come to the surface. What happened was they brought the railroad through here. And in the early, they raised, something like $30,000, which is in the millions today, to try to get the railroad through Harrison, because if you were a town on a railroad, you were something. The community had been part of this. When the railroad building stopped, though, all these workers that had been brought in to work on the railroad were let go. So you have all these kind of unrooted, unemployed people in the community. And people got very nervous over that and very shook up. In two different times, in 1905 and 1909, there were acts of mob violence in Harrison that ended up, over those two times, running almost all the African Americans out. They left their homes, they left their businesses, they left and went to Fayetteville, Eureka, Springfield, Tulsa, left this area, and we lost that community that was ours, our African American community. We had just one lady that stayed, who said she was born here, she stayed with the family she was close to and never wanted to leave. We even have a scholarship today to honor her for the fact that she stayed in our area.
It had to be fate almost, I think, that brought it all here, because our Harrison Convention and Visitors Bureau came up with the idea of inviting the Martin Luther King Commission. And when they called and talked to the representatives there, they said, we had thought about having one in Harrison. And it just came together from there with community sponsorships and the idea of being able to bring so many people in and get to spend the night here. And so what this allowed us to do was to really make ourselves available and be able to showcase the community and bring our own students from all of our area schools that would not get the opportunity to be able to experience something like this. We could bring them in and allow them to share in this cultural event. It has been tremendous, from the talent, from the drama, from the speakers, and just the great support from all over the state that we have seen for this. This will make a mark on our students from this area that'll last them for the rest of their lives.
It was an opportunity, I believe, for the city to partner with the King Commission to have a new reputation, a new legacy being born. And I think this was a step in that direction.
So I'm so proud of what has happened with the young people here. You have no idea what you represent. You are what America was meant to be. When I look and I see all the different ethnic groups, and they're not just sitting together in one place, they're working together. They're struggling together. They're learning together. I could feel the spirit of a beloved community. Let me break it down for you in a few minutes. It wasn't about race. Now, I know we got books written, we got scholars who've done all kind of research and all that. No. Race and racial segregation was a symptom. It's like having a bump on your arm. The problem is not the bump, it's the thing that caused the bump. There's some people who are bumpers. They are too wrapped up in the bump. Because, yeah, we used to do the bump. I remember that too. The problem is that there are some people who feel that they are better than other people. And guess what? They're not the masses. There's just a few who are in control. All right? It wasn't the masses of people. You know how I know? No sooner than the bus is desegregated and the lunch counter is traded, I ain't seen no riots among no white folks coming down demanding that they want to. They went and ate like everybody else. So you have this false image that all these folk over here because of it. Anybody after you? It's a few people that try to control everybody. And guess what? They're not dumb. They're very smart, but what you got to do is understand how they think. That's the thing you have to do. Not what they think, but how they think. Like, for example, segregation for the most part has been horizontal. You know what horizontal means? Been like this, not vertical. In other words, it's sitting down is where the problem comes for them. You could ride the same bus, but you had to sit in the back, and other folks had to sit in the front. Listen to my language now. Some folks had to, by law, sit in the back. Other folks, by law, had to sit in the front. You think white folks were free to go sit where they want to? That's what I'm talking about. Those little white boys used to get on that bus and try to run to that back seat and get their arm all snatched out their shoulder. Get back up here. So that has been the problem. They didn't want folks to sit down because when you sit down, there's a possibility that you start talking to each other and conversing and everything, and you find out things that you didn't know. You're looking at the difference in terms of color and hair and lips and stuff, but when you sit down and talk, you find out that you have more in common than differences.
I hope they take with them how great our community is, how nice everyone is here, how clean our town is, and hopefully they've had a great experience while they've been here.
I want to thank the mayor and all of the leaders here in Harrison for the vision, for inviting us to be here. Has this not been a great day? Has this not been a great day? All right. So we thank everyone, Chris Ramsey, everyone who had a hand in this. This has been a wonderful day. I'd say that this has been the best nonviolence youth summit that we've had so far. They just keep getting better, and we all owe it all to those who made it happen and those of you young people who are standing here today.
And I appreciate you young people out here today because it's so important. If you don't take what you have learned and gained from this event back to your schools, back to your towns, then it dies here. But I know that you're not going to do that. It's not going to die here today on this street. It's going to go back and it's going to go into your schools and your communities. And that's to where you are to be commended.
Actively following in the footsteps of one of America's greatest leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., with the intent to become ambassadors of peace and leaders within their own communities. The greatness of Dr. King's dream is that he envisioned what was possible, believed it was achievable, and expressed it with eloquence.
We all come together as a community and say, no more. No more will we allow our city of Harrison to be stricken with negativity. No more will we believe that the bad rumors and innuendo about Harrison, Arkansas. No more will we allow one person to make our city look bad while they throw rocks and hide their hands. No more while registering P.O. boxes in the city of Harrison when you actually don't live here. No more will we allow this to happen right here in our city. The mayor said no more. The city of Harrison said no more. Our youth today say, from now on, Harrison will be known as a town of unity. Harrison will be known as a town of racial diversity. Harrison will be known as a town of multiculturalism. Follow me to a beginning, a new beginning. Follow me as we teach love and get rid of hate. Follow me as we teach our youth to pick up books and put down bullets. Thank you so much for having us here in Harrison.
Dr. King once said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." And you know what, folks? That's what we did today. We brought everyone from this racist stigma that hung over the head of Harrison, Arkansas, and brought in a program, the first ever Black History program right here to Harrison, Arkansas, and entitled the Nonviolence Youth Summit Part 6 from the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. Please continue to follow us at www.arkingdream.org or contact us at 1-888-290-KING.
Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. I have a dream today.